Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 38 yards on the scamper there. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
The Eagles at 14-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, and all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line.
Herbert now. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block it consistently.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Justin Herbert
keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak.
And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Let's go.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. Room here to run. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
54 yards. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Paul again on 2nd down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Jahan Dotson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Okay, break.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
He's going to try and go deep again. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Play action. It's Herbert. Looking left-sided, he's got a man. That's Hall. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To the air again, Herbert. Out left to Dotson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Herbert. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 1-on-1 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, right, the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, here's Tua. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Matt Judon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Tua going to throw. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the 2nd half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the 1st half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa into the hands of London. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll get 17 yards there. And that leads to a New Orleans first down.
Ready.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. A gain of 22. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On second down, Montgomery. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. David Montgomery, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to get a score back in the final stages. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. We have played 3 quarters. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Justin Herbert looking to pass. They shakes him off. Flushed out right. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And
the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Come on, set.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Now Hall to start the drive. And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. On second down, a run with Hall. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Herbert now. Able to connect with Dotson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia.